Bad Batch Season 2 so far has been brilliant. The first 2 episodes were fantastic, so here is a breakdown, summary, recap kind of thing of what happened in Episode 1. Episode 2's will be out later. So Episode 1 starts with a crab-looking creature emerging from some trees on a beach, chasing the crew, seem to be holding some sort of cargo container. We then cut to Omega doing some sort of studying on ship types. This will come in handy later. A little hint for you there. Suddenly, the crab creatures, who are massive by the way, emerge from the water as the ship takes off to go rescue the others. Essentially, the creatures attack the ship, causing Omega to fall off. Luckily, she did this though, because this allows her to use her bow and arrow like thing to shoot the creatures off the ship, allowing Tech to take off and collect Omega and the others. We then cut to a bar and the crew enter a back room in which a pirate named Fee is waiting, as well as Sid. The crew don't seem too happy when they find out Sid has basically told Fee all about their backstory, but Sid says not to worry as Fee is an old friend. Sid then tells them a mission which would set them free, meaning they wouldn't have to do all this running from the Empire anymore because the mission's reward is so valuable. The mission is to go to Sereno, the former home and birthplace of Count Dooku. I've made a video on him, which will be linked at the end of the video, which essentially will explain all of his backstory and why he turns to the dark side. They're sent there to steal an Imperial cargo ship which is transporting Dooku's fortunes off the planet. Hunter is skeptical at first, but after some consultation with the others, he is convinced, so they set off to Sereno. As the crew enter Sereno's atmosphere, we see Hunter and Echo having a conversation about Omega, in which Echo pretty much says they'll never have complete freedom because of Omega. Unfortunately, Omega overhears, but keeps it to herself for now. We then see them land and look over a damaged Sereno. Before the Republic, Sereno was a beautiful planet, similar to Coruscant, but a lot more natural and free, but it definitely got the treatment of Coruscant and Kamino. The crew then scout out the containers or war chests, which they will be stealing, and watch them begin to be transported off-world, so they have to act fast. So they split up, all except Hunter go down to the container to steal what they can. Hunter will distract the clones if things go wrong or when an escape is needed. So we see everyone bar Hunter enter a single container holding some of the goods. There are like tens if not hundreds of these containers spread across 3 ships, but the crew only go for one. A clone walks past, but Wrecker deals with him for now. Another little hint for you. They begin looking for items of high value, and Omega stumbles across what looks like a traditional chest of buried treasure. We also see Hunter putting explosives on the escort ships right next to the patrolling troops, should they need a diversion. We then cut to the clones, who notice CT-8801 is missing. This is the clone Wrecker knocked out earlier. So they send troops to look for him. As they do this, however, Hunter sets off the explosives on the ship, and that diverts the attention away from the others for now, allowing Wrecker to take the war chest to the forest nearby. The clones now know something's up and launch the cargo with Omega, Tech and Echo still on board. We see Wrecker and Hunter meet up, but they realise the others are still in the containers and the ship takes off. Wrecker and Hunter are spotted as they breach the perimeter. As they exchange shots with the clones, they jump on a ladder attached to the cargo ship and take off with the others, but not in the container. They can't hold on though and have to drop off, landing on Dooku's old castle. The others walk around the vessel, and Omega remembers something about the ship from earlier, that the containers can detach and have boosters on so they can land. So this is what they do. Wrecker and Hunter enter Dooku's castle whilst exchanging fire with more clones, and Hunter realises there's a lift where they're standing near Dooku's old throne. So with a bit of help from Wrecker, they activate the lift, or elevator for the Americans, begin to fall, similar to what happens to the others, except they're in a container ship. This is how episode 1 ends. Like I said, episode 2's summary thing will be out later, and I'll merge both of these so you have a full episode 1 and 2 summary.